Great, we're back, folks. Thanks for joining us. We're 48 minutes to the hour, depending on your time zone. Very engaging conversation. Very fortunate to have Undersecretary Ted, Department of Education, talking about some very substantive parts of public policy. We're going to shift focus a little bit back as Wendy LeDuc, my co-conspirator, my colleague in these conversations, and bringing doing this event from the ASU GSV Innovation Summit. Wendy, you've been on the floor, and I've been stuck in this booth, happily so, as I should be. Yeah, I should be carefully tethered. But, I've been out a bit in the morning, but you've had a little more free time to wander in terms of some of the presentations and a lot of the hallway conversations. What do you? And you've been to a lot of these. So, a couple of questions. One, what's the buzz? Is there a different buzz or a different focus this year than in years past? But let's start with those two.
I think that it's a very invigorating conversation at this point. Everybody's very energized, and the dialogue is good, both between the educators that are here this year.
I want to emphasize again, there's like 1,000.
Yes.
1,000 of the 3,600 people are either 500 school superintendents and officials and another 500 higher ed. Quite striking, but very focused.
Very focused. Yeah. And the response I've gotten from the educators, from some of the superintendents and people that this is their first time attending an event like this, is how amazingly impressed they are with the conversation, but also how left out they've been in the past and unaware that an opportunity for an event like this even exists to have the dialogue that's been happening, and how disconnected historically they've been from the corporate side in terms of new technologies and new products and services in the market. So they've been very interested as well, and very excited about some of the new companies, some of the new opportunities that they've seen that can really impact their schools. I think that the different buzz this year versus prior years is that the conference has grown so significantly. It is a little bit different to navigate and manage. There are a lot of people here that you want to be able to speak with, that want to speak with you, and it's very challenging to be able to manage time.
Well, I'm struck by the conversation yesterday with Deborah Pausa, who co-founder of GSV and also at this conference. From 300 people in the sort of a cafeteria-like room on the ASU campus 7 years ago to 3,500 here this year. Not surprising. It's kind of hard to have the conversations you've had in the past.
It's hard, but people are finding ways, and thank God for technology, because this is the commercial for text messaging, and in terms of the way that we all communicate with one another. Because it's even walking into the luncheon, being able to text someone, where are you? I can't find you, or I'm on this floor, or whatever. That's really been a lifesaver. But I think that people are finding ways to partner and have the conversations they want to. I did hear some of the educators say that they wish that some of the startups had been prepared in their pitches.
Well, they're startups.
They don't know any better.
They're young. They're enthusiastic and they're energetic, and they still have a lot to learn.
Well, and I think we need to help them. I think we need to help them understand what the expectation is and how they need to be able to develop their company.
So it's only stops. Let's take that one about. From what you've heard and what you've seen in some of those presentations, what are the 2 or 3 things that the startups need to do better?
I think they need to be a little bit more organized. They don't have a lot of time.
Right.
And it's very difficult to present when you don't have a lot of time.
Right, yeah.
But I also think they need to understand their customer, their audience, and have a little bit more depth in terms of the market that they wish to serve and what those needs are.
This is the classic you are not your customer. You're not talking with your friends and the people that you work with about what you're doing. You need to sort of push it through the decoder ring and explain it in a different way and connect it with other things that are going on in the larger environment.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not just about when you get in front of the educators, pushing to investors, other people like this, actually people that may buy your products. So I think that's
I'm going to ask you to speak up a little bit. We're getting some message from our audience that it's getting a little hard to hear. So now you can use your outside voice perhaps for a moment or two, and I'm going to do the same, all right?
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so we're talking about the presentations. So one thing was just sort of know more about the audience and be better prepared. Anything else in terms of the presentations and startups?
I think that's pretty much it for the startups. I think the sessions and the speakers that GSV and ASU have been able to bring here to engage in these conversations are exemplary. I've never, ever been in a conference environment where you have the magnitude of brain power and articulation and understanding of what the real challenges are and the willingness to really kind of break things down and say, okay, I had an interesting conversation earlier with someone who kind of put it in the following way. It's not really about the what, because we all acknowledge that all students deserve a good quality education. The tension comes with the how. So it's not about the what, it's about the how. And there's a
Getting
lot
from A to B.
Right. There's a lot of debate about the how here. And that's kind of where the rub is, but it's great discourse.
What else are you hearing? Other things that seem, the buzz in terms of the conversations that you're having on the floor?
Just the overwhelmingly positive feedback that, throughout, no matter what conferences we all attend, whether it's on the education association side or the industry side, everybody's expressed how incredibly impressed they are with the quality and the caliber of the content, and also the attendees and the discussion. So everybody here would sign up again next year, no question asked.
We're going to end this conversation a little bit earlier than anticipated, Wendy. We're having a little bit of technical problems, so we're going to take a couple minutes for break. We'll be back at the top of the hour.
Got it.
And that will actually be 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. So we're going to be out for about 6 minutes, folks. Bear with us. We're going to bring the audio back. And when we come back, I'll be talking with Jonathan Finkelstein, my apologies, who is the founder and CEO of Credly, about badging and credentials. We're back in 6 minutes. Thanks for joining us.